Hello, everybody. Welcome to Live with Gotham Quilts. If you got our email and noticed the title of this video, we teased that this is going to be our very last live video. And it's true. This is it, the last one. And we've been on a break, so, we're back. The reason this is the last live is because in this live, we're going to make a very big announcement that may not be a surprise to some people, but I think will be a very big surprise to other people. And feel free to type into the chat if you have any questions or anything. But tonight we are announcing that after 10 years of being in business, we are closing down Gotham Quilts. It took us a long time to come to this decision. A bunch of stuff has happened. Thank you for being with us for 10 years throughout all the different versions of the business. Some of you have been with us since the beginning when we started online only and we sort of came full circle and now we're online only again.
So we started shipping out of a storage unit in Upper Manhattan 10 plus years ago. And went from the store working out of a storage unit to the tiny studio on the 6th floor, to the ground floor space, and then back to the online only, of course, but in a slightly larger, more work appropriate facility.
And in the middle of that, we shut down for COVID and migrated half the stuff we were doing to virtual and launched a bunch of block of the months and hung out with all of you and created
and you guys have followed us. Some of you have been there since the beginning, and we're coming in to shop at the tiny studio, and have been supporting us and creating with us for so long, and we appreciate it so much.
Thank you for being with us throughout all of this. We don't make this decision lightly. There's just so much stuff happening. We try not to show it to everyone, but there's so many things changing all the time and stuff that we didn't think we were going to have to deal with anymore. Like, for example, shipments being delayed. That was this thing that happened during the height of the pandemic and like right after, that never happened at all before 2020. And all of a sudden it's happening again. We're having things get delayed again because of all kinds of political things. Who knows what the problems are in manufacturing and shipping and like, I don't know, boats stuck in the canal kind of crazy stuff.
Or port strikes and all kinds of stuff.
There's stuff happening in the industry. The industry is consolidating. Like themanufacturers are buying retailers and that stuff affects us in the back end. Not to mention my health problems. There's just so much stuff happening. And as much as we've always rolled with the punches and tried to adjust and adapt and reimagine ourselves, at some point we had to admit this wasn't working. And now we're admitting it to you all.
It's time to evolve into the next thing, whatever that may be for the both of us.
And actually, that's a good point. We should mention we're not going to disappear.
Absolutely not.
Actually still quilters, and like there's a good chance you'll see us at like QuiltCon or somewhere like that, and like definitely say hi if you recognize us. We'll be civilians and like not crazy busy running around trying to set up a booth or whatever. So we'd love to see you in any of those kinds of situations. We have been planning how to handle this because we have so many things happening at the same time. So there's some things that, the short answer is we're shutting down in phases. The different parts of the business will keep going for different amounts of time, and we're going to message everything. If you're on our email list, you're going to get emails every time something changes, every time we announce whatever we're doing about whatever part of the thing.
And all of the things that we have scheduled for, so block of the months will not be changing. The thread talks will be up until those are scheduled through July, I believe.
July. Yeah.
We have our retreat next weekend, so we're
Yep.
hoping to see a lot of you there. So all of that stuff is still going to happen.
Virtual classes continue without any changes. Block of the months continue without any changes. Most things are not being affected.
Right.
And then when they get affected, we're going to let you know. We're going to send an
Yes.
email. We're going to put it on our blog and social media and all that stuff to let you know what's happening at what point. I'm kind of surprised no one's typed anything into chat
I
yet.
know. I was worried that no one was watching because we
No,
haven't
it
gotten any
says we have 26
responses.
people watching. So if you have any specific questions, I have put up a blog post, which I'm going to put the link in the chat right now. So you can click the link in the chat and it has a bunch of questions at the bottom. Oh, now 2 messages popped up. I don't know if they were there before, but we got best wishes for your next big venture. Thank you, Liz.
Fran, thank you.
Hey, Fran. We're appreciated. Best of luck. Thank you. Yeah, this is very bittersweet for us because we worked so hard for so long, but also we are exhausted. It's like,
yes,
it's always a joke. I always joke like I never sew, right? And I don't sew because I'm so tired from all the stuff you looking at fabric all day, making designs.
Right.
Like I'm looking forward to sewing. I think
I'm looking forward to sewing for myself.
some sewing.
The only time I get to sew is to make samples for the store.
Yep.
So, which I do like. I'm not, don't get me
Yep.
wrong, but it would be nice to be able to sew other things for myself and my family and various other things. But
Basically,
I do want to point out in Fran's comment mentioned the community, and that's something that I wanted to mention because when we started the store in the first place, a community was a big part of what we wanted to promote and we and create and promote and keep going, and having the store was one way for us to do that. And I think you guys coming and taking classes and lectures and all of that was I hope that you guys benefited from it, but I think we definitely did as well.
Yeah.
And we really miss that community. We do have our online community, which we love, but it's not the same
No.
as the store.
It's definitely not the same. It's better in some ways because at least I don't have to commute there.
True.
But, yeah.
But yeah, just the personal interaction, and especially when you're dealing with fabric and making things, being able to see and show and touch. And that, I mean, that's something that I've missed since we closed the store, and we've tried to promote that as much as possible online. And some of that is going to continue, as we've said, some of our classes and things we're doing. But I just want to thank you guys for being part of our community. And making this, so much fun for the past 10 years.
We've had a lot of fun. We've also had a lot of stress.
It has been a lot of stress. We've met a lot of great people. Yeah, great times, very stressful times.
Some crazy stuff has happened, which we have never told anybody. Maybe we'll write a book one day.
Oh man, yeah, the stuff we could talk about.
I looked it up, and the average small business doesn't last 5 years. If you're a restaurant, the average is less than 2 years for restaurants in New York City. So the fact that we were in business for 10 years is already like pretty decent in terms of like success-ish.
I'm convinced that if it hadn't been for the pandemic, we would be fine. Who knows if that's true, but that's how I feel.
Yeah, let's not go down that thought process because
it doesn't do anyone any good.
I feel like I had a funeral for that version of the store,
Yeah.
In 2020, we were supposed to have that conference. Remember, Tula Pink was coming that summer. It was like 2020 was going to be this huge year.
It was going to be really big. Yep.
And instead, it was.
Yeah, we never fully recovered.
No.
And we also thought it was really important to keep our customers safe. That was another thing. We kind of didn't reopen all the way right away. A lot of our customers are not in their best health. And some of us are not in our best health.
In my best health, right?
And we wanted to keep people safe. We thought that was important. And that might have hurt the business. Who knows? It's not worth worrying about, but we thought that was important.
The pandemic was like a asteroid hit. and changed everything. Like behavior in New York has changed so much. Like things aren't open late anymore.
Yeah, the whole neighborhood changed.
It's just so weird, this version of New York. And I'm sure we're going to be something else in the future. Like New York has adapted and changed over the years.
Oh yeah.
But right now we're this like weird on hold version of ourselves.
Still an in-between phase, it feels like.
Although congestion pricing finally went live over a week ago and it's working. Traffic is better.
I heard that, yeah.
I might feel safe enough to ride my bike again on these crazy streets. Like,
right.
It'd be so nice. Yeah. Oh, Marissa's saying, thank you both, love. Thank you, Marissa.
Thank you, Marissa.
So yeah, that was basically the point of this call, to tell you officially that we're closing. Stay tuned for details. I think probably maybe the number one question, other than when are we closing, I think the other number one question is probably going to be when's stuff going on sale. And the answer is soon, but not quite yet. So
go now while we still have the best selection, because
that's true. If there's something you want,
fast.
Yeah, that's a good
point. If there's something you've had your eye on for a while, I would recommend not waiting until it goes on sale. This is something I've done myself. And then as soon as it goes on sale, gone. So if you really want it, get it now. I'm still kicking myself for not getting some of the Christmas presents I asked for, not just buying them myself, because they were sold out by the time Christmas came. So yes, the retreat is still on.
Yeah, I was going to say, Kathleen just asked.
No changes for the retreat. We will be there next week, just like normal.
Yeah, you'll get invites into the space, I think, on Monday, assuming we finish the videos in time. It might be Tuesday if they're not finished by the beginning of Monday. Yeah.
But yes, there will be no changes to the retreat, no changes to the block of the months.
Right. No changes
color journey or color for quilters, no change for that.
Embroidery 101, embroidery 201.
Exactly. Those are all unchanged.
Nothing's changing about any of those. So I guess in the short run, nothing's changing, but we still want.
We just won't be getting any new fabric.
That's true. No new stuff coming in.
That's the biggest change for the moment.
Frank Lloyd Wright group, which is what arrived. Was that a week ago? Or was that 2 weeks ago? Like
1 week, I think.
So that's the last new group that we're gonna get is Frank Lloyd Wright. And we're almost done shipping all those pre-orders. Yes. Thank you to everyone who ordered.
There were so many kits. We're still working on kits. Thank you for ordering them, but it's been it's taken a little longer than we anticipated to get them cut and shipped, but they're coming. So
plus they ended up not shipping us one of the bolts we needed, which threw everything off. And this is what I mean by you all don't see all the stuff that happens behind the scenes.
There's always something, or there's damage. That's, you know, in the middle of a 3-yard cut, there's damage, and then the whole 3 yards is useless. And there's always something.
There's always something. And it's like, as soon as you deal with one thing, something else happens. Like, oh, that thing did not ship, or, oh, the post office pretended to deliver it and they didn't actually deliver it, or you can
I'm
tell.
Sure most of you know, anyone that has a job probably deals with all kinds of unforeseen circumstances. But yeah, this is a job just like any other.
Yeah,
I wish I could say it was all fun and games and sewing and, you know, being crafty, but that's actually a very small part of it.
Yeah. Most of what we do is coordinate between various things.
Track inventory, manage inventory.
Did they ship us the wrong thing? Did they, it's like,
yeah.
I'm sure that's true for any small business, that most of what you spend your time on is not the fun stuff. It's the admin and the back of the house and the,
Yep.
The post office thing is so New York City. Yes. Yeah.
I have to say, we have a great post office here in Suffern, though. We have the best mailman. We have the best people that work at the post office. That has been amazing.
Man, remember the first mailman we had when we were upstairs in New York?
No.
He was such a jerk.
They were all bad, though.
Well, that last one was nice.
Except for Eddie. He was okay. Guy.
Yeah, Eddie was nice. But yeah, we had this horrible post office. The mailman who actually delivered our mail when we were originally in the upstairs space, he was outright mean to me multiple times. Like I ended up calling the post office and complaining to his boss.
Oh, I don't think I knew that.
Like that's the level of ridiculous that it was. Like, yeah. Anyway, not
there
what
was
we're
crazy
supposed to be
people walking in off the street. We had somebody
Yeah.
say some really nasty things to our UPS delivery person one time. Just like a random person.
Yeah.
Followed the UPS guy in from the street and starts, being very disrespectful to him. And
Was that pre-COVID or post-COVID? Do you remember?
I know Raina was there because
Raina
Raina
was
was just
there.
like, whoa.
So she hadn't left yet. I don't remember what year she left in.
I don't remember. I don't remember. Yeah.
Margot saying thank you, sending you lots of love. Thank you, Margot.
Thank you, Margot. We're gonna miss you next weekend.
Oh, Bella
she's gonna
says,
be at Road to California instead of at our retreat.
Oh, right. I haven't been to that conference. Maybe that's not got to be on my list. I got to go to Road to California.
Go to the Road to Virginia in June or whatever.
Right. This year, there's the first time they're doing Road to California, but in Virginia for the first time. Certainly would be a lot closer.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, if no one has any questions or anything, I did put the link to the blog post in the comments here. We are going to send an email basically right after we hang up this call. I'm going to send an email with all the information in it. Feel free to email us with any questions you have. If anything is unclear, any doubts, anything really, you can email us anytime. Susan's saying she's so sad. Yeah, I'm sorry, Susan.
We're going to miss you too.
We're having like that bittersweet thing where, sorry, the dog is like obsessed with me. Look at this. She just stares at me like, I love you so much. It just stares. What was I saying? Oh yeah. For us, it's very bittersweet. Like we're sad in some ways, but also we're ready. So
I'm also not sure that it's fully hit me yet.
Oh, interesting.
The fact that I've made it through this video without crying is pretty good for me. So
crier, I never cry. Andrea cries like nothing.
Definitely a crier.
Yeah, she cries all the time. Yeah. So somebody just wrote, "See you in Phoenix as citizens," and I want to go to Phoenix, but we have so much stuff to do. I can't leave in February. So after a certain point, then I'll be able to do more things again.
Yeah, we can go back to Raleigh next year as attendees. That would be fun.
Definitely
we should do that.
Oh, maybe we can enter a quilt.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. I can actually like do challenges now.
Sandra said, heartbroken, but hope everything will be good for both of you. Hi. Thank you, Sandra.
Thank you.
So yeah, that was it. That was the announcement. And since we will be majorly in shutdown mode, we're not going to do lives anymore. But you can still reach us anytime on social media or email.
Absolutely.
We monitor our inbox. It's better to send us an email than to send us a Facebook or Instagram message though, because we get so much spam in the Facebook and Instagram inbox that I definitely miss messages in there, but I never miss an email. So send us an email if you need us. It's info@gothamquilts.com. Oh, look, the cat has joined us. Hi, cat.
Thank you, Tara. We're glad that you got to visit the store too.
Oh, thanks, Tara. All right. That's about it for us. Thank you for tuning in. We were talking, we don't even remember when we started doing Tuesday Lives. I think it's been about 2 years. So thanks for hanging out with us once a week for so long. It's been great getting to know everybody. And we'll see you online.
Thanks for being our customer. And
yeah.
Thanks for everything for the past 10 years.
Oh, no, she's going to start crying. Stop it.
I know.
All right. Have a good night,
you,
everybody. And we will see you later. Thanks.
Good night.
Good night.